you're talking and then the music's going. Now it's probably over.
Yeah. Lords of the Fallen. I'm having a good time with it.
Welcome to Thunder Goose Podcast.
Yeah, Thunder Goose Podcast. Lords of the Fallen, the Redux that came out not the Redux, sorry, the rebrand, the whatever.
Rebranding. So was it game before? Because when I was seeing the trailers
14,
and stuff, I was like, okay, this game is new. It looks like they're really trying to do the Souls, like thing.
They were the kind of the first.
So they were the first Souls-like game?
Because it was like 2014 or 2013 because Dark Souls came out in 2011.
When did Neo come out? I feel like Neo is also...
Neo was 2015. But that,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
So Lords of Fallen was an OG?
Yep. I think it was actually the first quote-unquote Souls-like.
Weird.
That was so directly imitating Dark Souls.
I feel like...
It was terrible.
It would suck. No, I'm just kidding.
It was bad. I didn't like...
that guy that on YouTube, right here... that I have to put it. He does like the that got all over my face.
Me too, man.
Out of context, it's exactly what you're thinking. No, but so the guy that does YouTube videos of like I tried Souls-like games so you wouldn't have to or whatever, or it's
Iron
like
Pineapple.
Iron Pineapple.
Great
YouTuber.
Amazing
YouTuber. Check him out if you haven't checked him out already.
My hands are sticky.
Or them out or whatever. But just yeah. I mean, amazing creator. I feel like I found a ton of Soul-like games that I'm like, I'm actually interested in that because of him.
Yeah.
So there's a lot now, but yeah, I guess I mean like, and again, in the beginning, I feel like Dark Souls and all these, Demon Souls, these games are kind of hard to beat because they just made their own genre of video game. And then people are like, oh, okay, I want to try to make things that are dodgy, and you have to and then like the timing is like this like really perfected thing. Yeah, like we were talking about the weightiness of
I mean, they definitely defined
movement.
Or they definitely coined a thing, right? And they are the standard for it because they do it so freaking well. And you can tell, and I guess subconsciously, like if that's what you're saying, like you do compare it to Dark Souls every time. Like, because any
game that has an outlook. Like, and that's no offense. Maybe Dark Souls took it from, or Demon Souls. All these people took it from other people. But like, what do you call it? Not outlook. The
HUD?
Layout HUD. Thank you.
HUD.
So like the HUD is always just like it's health and then stamina and then it's like your triangle of things right here and then it's like your thing right. So it's like where you're equipped and whatever. So that format, whenever I see that anywhere, I'm like, okay, so what Souls games are. Right, because you took again, it's a great layout. Like Omari is an amazing layout. I want to steal their fight scenes where you have like the people in the corners. I love that, and then they have like everything going on in the middle. I think that's genius for fights that look 2D like that, But yeah, so I don't know. Like you just take what you want, right? And so I don't know, but I do look at people who make those games, and then if you have the dodging, right, the parry systems. I'm like, okay, you're trying to be this.
If I was to say what the hallmarks are, I'd probably say just a currency that's also experience.
Right. Yeah.
Respawning enemies, the checkpoints like bonfires, and then a healing flask. That's
respawning enemies has always been a thing. Though, so I'm not gonna give that to them.
I mean, like after
play
you rest
any old NES game, they always fucking respond. Like you remember the old school Zelda? Whenever you go inside any building, you come out, they're alive again. You're like, fuck.
Well, that's I'm not talking about an old school Zelda game. I'm talking about like the modern. What you're saying, a Souls-like. I don't know how we got here.
Whatever.
But anyways, Lords of the Fallen. It's
good.
As we have said, the weight feels off a little bit. Some of the combat has a little bit of jank and weird reach to it when you're attacking. You zoom forward a bit, so you have to calculate that kind of stuff. But the exploration and the world design is really quite pleasing. And in a way that I kind of wanted Elden Ring to be like, but it wasn't because it's a much more open game, And this is kind of linear to some degree, but it feels like this world's like narrow passages and like much more like handcrafted little areas. Mm-hmm. Really good detail.
Well, that's something I always loved about all the Dark Souls games.
Yeah.
Or let's just say From Software games on that. I mean, I know they make a lot more, but like Sekiro and Demon Souls and all these other things, Bloodborne. I love the handcraftedness to where it's like Elden Ring is awesome because it's open world, very cool, very fun. But I also felt like, especially even like Dark Souls 3, even though it's my not my favorite, but it's like, I like the exploration of Dark Souls 3 that you can kind of go anywhere. I mean, I love Dark Souls 1 where you can go almost. Dark Souls 1, I think, really was almost perfect, where they're like, you can literally go anywhere you want in this level that we handcrafted for you.
Dark Souls 1 is insane. It's so crazy how connected that world is and how
everything connects so well. And you can get there in the beginning when you definitely shouldn't get there.
And you can get to most places really quickly in that game. Yeah, that's
when you get the key and then you just go fucking wherever you want.
Yeah, you get the thief's key.
Go do the Balgs. What's it called? The shitty level.
You go through New Londo, right?
No, I know New Londo.
And you use the key to go through to the depths. If you want to go to the depths early, or you can go. You're in the Valley of the Drakes, right there, right? In the crevasse.
Yeah, in the crevasse.
Canyon. And then you pop out of the tower. You can either hop over, go to the depths right there.
Okay.
That's the depths.
The depths is the shitty one, or is it one with the ghosts?
Sorry, not the depths. That's Blight Town. My bad.
Blight Town.
There it is. My bad.
Piece of shit. I knew you were saying the depths. I was like,
I love Blight Town so much.
You're fucking crazy.
Again, this is the part where it's like the commitment to the actual world, like feeling like a real thing.
No. Is that itself good?
It appeals to me more
than
like it's like appeals to me in a way past it being like fun, Like it's everyone's least favorite level in Demon's Souls is my favorite. It feels like an actual like lived in, well put together area, even if it's shitty to get through.
Yeah, I can get that. I can get that.
Yeah,
cool, man. Well, I'm glad you're liking it.
Yeah, I am liking it. I'm
played,
one. Yeah,
what were you saying?
I've beaten one of the main challenges out of the 5 I think there are.
Okay.
So I'm very early on still.
Nice. Well, it's fun. And that means you got a lot more to experience.
Mm-hmm.
I just tried Forza Motorsport. So that is today. What that is it's all just motorsport, which makes sense because that's the name of it. So it's literally just circuit racing. That's all it is.
Oh.
And you fine tune your car. It's like Gran Turismo. They're trying to be Gran Turismo.
I think they've always had one of these, haven't they?
No. And most of the stuff. So they do have it.
The Horizon's the open world. Right.
So Horizon was open world, or 4 was open world. That's one I had, and I loved it. I mean, the amount of people that would put the time into designing like car skins, and then you could just like download them for free. I mean, some of the most amazing customized stuff that people made on their own. Where
gotcha.
Like sick,
so
and they
haven't always been circuit racing. They've always
this is their first hand. I mean, I don't know, maybe older games, but from 4, 5 to this is strictly you're just in the circuit. That's it. Like you go from race to race. It's more of like a standard. Like, do you want to go in this cup or this cup? And then you do 4 or 5 races. They literally make you do practice rounds that you can earn points in. So you learn the track and then you race it. And every race is against PC people. It's actually kind of fun. I played way longer than I thought.
It sounded like you were going to be like really hard.
Well, I was like kind of pissed at first. I was like, "What the fuck? Like this isn't really
sounds
what
like Gran
they
Turismo."
Do. But then I think it's because my love for F1, which came from that Netflix documentary. Like probably anyone who likes F1 from the future on. Obviously, it's been a sport for a really long time. People really like it, but I don't know. That's kind of like what it is. So it's like more like circus stuff like that. And so you have to like make sure your tires are good, your gas is good. And I was like, well, maybe this kind of be fun. So
and then you're still doing Sea of Stars too, right?
Sea of Stars has been phenomenal. Right now, it is my game of the year so far.
Damn.
And the reason why is story is great. Also, the fighting is very fun. I think the fact that you can make the game as hard or as easy as you want is great. You know what I mean? Because like you can have fun in different play styles. And then I also, dude, there has been a handful of bosses, not all of them, but there's been a handful of bosses that make my jaw drop with just the animations that they use and kind of just the ideas that they came up with for bosses. Like they look fucking cool for being like, this like pixelated like
sprite.
The sprites, they look amazing.
Wow.
Dang. So if you have not played it, I recommend it. If you have Xbox Game Pass, it's on there. I bought it on Switch because it's for sure a lie down Switch play for hours game. That's what it is.
Damn. I'm saving it for like Christmas time because there's not a lot of releases then, and that's a great time for me to hunker down during the slow season of work.
Dude, yeah.
And like just blitz through it, and have a great time. But I really, really want to play it, man. Everyone speaks so highly of it, dude.
It is fabulous. Dang. I do love it. I do love it.
All right.
Well, I guess we'll get on to what we actually wanted to talk to you assholes about.
Anime.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk to them about. No, I'm just kidding. Anime. We were talking about anime.
I was like, wait, what do we do? What did I miss?
No, I did want to say this though. This is. I just want to say I love you guys, and this is an official apology that I feel like the last 3 to 4 weeks have been spotty on my end. It's all me. So on the production or on putting episodes out on time, that kind of stuff. I feel like this season of life has been kind of crazy, and we had sickness and all these other fun things. So that just being said, I have everything back on track, and we love you guys, and thanks for sticking it out. I know that it is one of those things where when something is consistent all the time and then it stops being consistent, it's I don't really want to mess with that. So everything's back on track. Love you guys. That's it.
Amen.
Anime.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll make that a reel too, so maybe you guys already saw that.
Dope. Well, let's go ahead and kick it off then, because I think
I think we start with JJ.
We do start with JJK.
We start with the
And I've been wanting to talk to you about this episode since it came out on Thursday. I've just
it is kind of crazy that it comes out on Thursday.
Yeah, but this episode was just so good. Look at the moon.
I know, it's beautiful. I've been looking at that, just being God damn,
that's awesome.
It is.
You can see the moon right from. Okay, this episode's called Seance. Seance.
Do you think, why? Does one happen?
What?
Does one happen?
Yeah.
I'm kidding, dude.
Because our boy Toji does fully come back, by the way. So quite a few things happen in this episode. We'll go over all of them, but the first thing we got to talk about is Toji. Toji.
He's back.
Takes over that body. I felt like that was what happened last week, but apparently it actually happens this week.
So real quick, what are your thoughts on this? From a creative perspective, do you think that this is plot armor or is this cool?
No, I think his heavenly restriction is him being back.
Yeah, because he's just back, and then the explanation that we get is, "Oh, I guess my body was stronger than your soul," and she's like, "What?" And then obviously he kills her. But I'm just I
think he has a heavenly restriction that makes it so cursed energy can't really work on him, and so they brought him back, and then now that his body was there, I think that's what basically happened. But
yeah,
I don't entirely know beyond that. I just they didn't really go in depth in this, and they went a little more in the manga. But I don't know if I want to go back and try and read that and figure it out.
Yeah, so, I know. That's what I was thinking.
Because plot armor, maybe. Is it fan service? 100%.
Yeah, because everyone's like, I love him.
And it's the fan service I'm here for.
Hey,
so.
I mean, yeah, I love Toji too, so I'm excited that he's back. I did love that look where he's taking over the body, and she's like, "Grandson," and he's just turns around and he's like, "You're a sorcerer, aren't you?"
Yeah,
and he just
I will say his high-speed teleport, dude, was so creepy. In the audio,
yeah, they did it super clean.
The audio
too.
Design on it, yeah, there was no audio when he moved, but you saw the dust on the screen from his movement, and then the soundtrack was his low, bass note.
Yeah.
You're like, "Ugh, this is uncomfortable," and then you just see him punch her into oblivion, dude. Her face is on the camera basically, and then that's it. Just blood's smeared everywhere. It's great. I love it. Toji's back. I'm happy with it.
Toji's back.
Yeah, we
made it.
Okay. Next bit is kind of the okay. Megumi and Yuji split up. Okay, there we go. That's all we get of Yuji this whole episode. So, right? Or do we see him more? In the very end too. That's right. Episode ends with him.
Yeah, at the very end, they're like, "Oh, there's something up there."
Well, at the very end, he runs into Chozo. So
that's right. You're right.
So we got another cursed painting. But the next scene that's actually important is I can't remember the one girl's name, but it's Nobara and the other suit.
Yeah.
And they're fighting Hirata, which is the guy with the hand sword.
Yeah.
And you kind of learn a little more about his ability in this, but yeah, that there's a fight there that Nobara and the girl clearly lose. However, someone else comes along to maybe like one of the best beatdowns I've seen in a very long time.
Do you feel so? This show, I will say, this manga. How do I say this without spoiling stuff? I do feel like there are female characters who are very strong in this show or story.
Like Mei.
But why does this feel like a wow? I'm forgetting her name from Naruto.
Sakura?
Sakura. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
It just feels like she's very cool. They made her character awesome. Season 1, she was useful. She was like introduced and she has like this fun banter. I like her power a lot. Like the nail thing is just like kind of, it's cool because it's just different. I just feel like it's so underutilized and they just like don't make her that powerful.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first fight for her. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She gets beat on her first fight. That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, totally. But it's also a showcase to show the difference between a grade 1 and Nobara, who's semi-grade 1, I think.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Or
he's
they're
not even
on
fully
the
grade.
Right. What's up?
He's not even a full grade 1, I don't think. Is he?
Oh, no, he is. Nanami is a grade 1. Yeah.
I thought he was...
Nanami is top dog.
Okay.
He's the highest rank. Same as Gojo.
Damn, bro.
But not, obviously, in league with Gojo. Although I would probably put Nanami's... I believe Nanami's like physical strength is supposed to be like insane compared to most people. Like,
well, that's probably what I feel like Yuji is like, right? Like he is like that insane strength. I kind of want to watch season 1.
Some was saying it was like comparable to base Sukuna. I like 5 Finger Sukuna, not like
look at that.
You know what I mean?
5 Fingers
body strength. Like he's supposed to be like super durable and tough, and like he shows it, dude. Like he beats the F out of Hirata.
So did you see? I don't know, because I know we follow like different anime stuff on our personal pages and then on the Thunder Goose one. But there was something I saw on the Thunder Goose one that was talking about how the voice actor of Nanami redid the lines, and he was like, "I want to make this like more angry." Because the first lines like weren't like,
oh really?
He felt like they weren't really like giving off like the right vibe, and he's like, and so they said that when they went in there, the other voice actors were there, and they got like scared with how like good acting he was doing. They're like the rage that he brought into that.
Cool.
And I was just like, oh, that's so cool because you feel it. You feel the anger of this dude, and just like Gojo has been sealed. All hope for humanity is getting lost. Like this dude is just like, I'm fucking over it. And he's like, and he's probably hasn't been able to play in a long time.
And the guy was stabbed. The guy that, because he was carrying the guy on his back, right?
Yeah.
And his friend.
Right. It was his friend.
Yeah.
And dude. Oh, so good. I forgot how intense. And again, this is why I think anime is always, not always, but has potential to be better. Just because music and the voice acting.
And the music was
so good.
The fight music during Hirata versus Nobara and the other girl, that fight music was so good. And then this fight music, whatever this tension music is, like this is such an uncomfortable soundtrack with like how much like wild pianos going on with like weird percussion.
Yeah.
And it's like, geez,
and he's just
dude.
getting beat.
And he's just and he's literally killing him essentially every time, right? I think that's how his ability is supposed to work, is that like I think it's lucky is his ability.
It's when he like whenever he sees like the thing and he pink, right?
What?
Isn't that his? Like it's like they explain it. It's like the meter. He knows the exact.
Oh
spot
no, not Nanami's. I'm talking about Hirata's. Hirata basically dies every time.
Right. And
I think it's like lucky is his thing, but like that's how he lived those first couple times.
Yeah.
And that's why he says it doesn't understand it very well. I don't think we're supposed to either. But yeah, it was
a beatdown of a lifetime.
It's it might be my favorite. It might be my favorite beatdown of the year, man.
Dude, especially like that first punch when he just goes flying.
Yeah.
And I was just like, here we are.
hits the counter and probably breaks his back, right?
Yeah.
Second one literally breaks the wall and like the electrical system in the wall. Yeah, that's a good moment. It's yeah.
I do love how Nanami says Sukun, they're like, he's like, wait, what? Sorry, when everyone was like asking to go with him into like the thing, he's like, I'm like base level of what you need to even go down there.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
No, but I was like,
shit.
oh, I should come with you. He goes,
And
no,
then
you.
you just have Yuji, and he's like, I'm going. He's like walking down there, and you're like, all right.
But I do think Yuji has.
I
like,
mean, he's
terrifying,
sorcerer,
and he's probably
class 1, I
he's
guess.
also confronted like these guys
Dude.
to some degree.
He's our main character.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that last of the
gonna
episodes,
die
Mei
right
is confronted by Getto and the smallpox curse.
Yeah,
And
interesting.
then immediately domain expansion into a fight with it. So that's interesting. And then the other part is Yuji going down into the subway and confronting Choso.
I know. I did think it was a very cool way to like cut off the episode when he's just like, and then he Kami-Ka'd him.
He has the blood bullet or whatever. Yeah, it's the same thing that he was shooting at a Gojo.
Pew!
And the blown holes through innocent civilians.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
pretty brutal. Yeah, that happened. Yep.
Yeah, he needs to pay for his war crimes.
Yeah. So here's the next fight. I hope this one's like drawn out. This is a cool fight in the manga.
Well, you know it's gonna be. It's gonna be like 4 episodes long. No, I'm just kidding. How many do we have left? Do you think 3 or 4?
So we have 11 total. So this was episode 4, right?
Wait, what?
11 total.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
we're cruising.
We're cruising. Yeah. No, it's dense. It's dense.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot happens.
Yeah.
So makes sense. It needs to be dense.
Yeah, and we're moving by at a pretty brisk speed. You know, I'm thinking in my head for the events that need to happen next, and it feels like 6 or 7 episodes is pretty good if they're.
Yeah, because they're gonna do some
fights.
setup at the end.
Yeah.
For the next.
And I imagine
bullshit.
some of these fights will be expanded. So. Yeah.
For my least favorite part.
Yeah. There is a lot that happens like between this and the next arc. Yeah. I would rate this a 10 out of 10. Dude.
10 out of 10. Easy.
Yeah. There's just no part of me that's gonna give it anything less. This was a work of art. Like JJK is such a standard right now.
Yeah, it really
like,
is.
Music being on point
for everyone else.
Yeah, animation on point. Ugh, it's all good, dude.
Yeah, there's not one thing I didn't like. I was glued. I was like there in it.
Toji being back is just, I'm melting, dude. I'm stoked on that.
You're sick.
Yep.
We did it. You want a fist bump? Or?
I do, but I was trying to remember what was next. I think it was
Undead.
Was it Undead? No. That was FD.
It is FD, and then it's Undead, and then it's Frontier.
Okay.
We really
FD.
fucked up on that order.
No, did we?
No, actually no, because
Is that what?
Frontier is fucking crack right now.
Shangri-La is pretty cool.
Okay.
All right. For Ron Kamanahashi. No, that's not right. That's not right name, is it? Forbidden Deductions is next.
Forbidden Deductions.
Yeah, Ron Kamanahashi's Forbidden Deductions. Episode 2. Quick note about this. I believe episode 3 comes out on release day of the podcast also. We will not be jumping to catch up to that one. We'll just be sticking with this episode
Unless we
2.
do it next week. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we'll probably not, because I feel like it's kind of hard for us to watch an episode on the day with like doing work and all this kind of stuff.
It's not doable, I would say.
Yeah.
I think we'd be fine with,
So get over it, everyone.
Yeah, we're good. This episode's called The Case of the Locked Room Piggy Bank Theft. Oh my gosh, dude. What?
So you like this still?
I do like this a lot.
So after I watched this episode, I was like, okay, cool. So this is going to be a show where it's mostly episode by episode until did you watch the teaser?
Yeah, the blue.
And I'm like, okay, here we go. Here's going to be like that is going to be the lineage. And I don't know if I like it.
Here's where I'm at with the show. I like the mysteries. I don't want this undergirding bullshit of some detective agency that secretly controls the world, Illuminati,
blue
with a lowly and everything.
I'm like, dude, if there's still crime, like you're not a real.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? What's with all of this shit?
Yeah, I have no desire, and maybe that'll be okay. You know, who knows? But like, cool. I'll tell you what I'm liking is these mysteries being solved. So, that being said, the central case of this invisible pig, or this unopenable, impossible theft piggy bank actually being involved in the murder was kind of a nice twist.
It was pretty cool.
I don't think we were able to solve this one as an audience member, though. I think there are elements we could solve.
I thought so. The fact that they give us, even in the beginning, they give us a suitcase, right? They show that. And then they talk about how someone's been getting a lot of phone calls recently from a stalker. And then that stalker, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have put the 2 and 2 together where like the person who's dead was the Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I would have been able to necessarily do that. I kind of needed a little bit more
time. Yeah. That one felt or
at least like say, hey, this dude has been like accused of stalking, blah 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 blah. And you're like, oh, they didn't do that. Or if they did, I missed it.
No, there wasn't that. Maybe there was that body.
I know they could have been. They probably did, and we just missed it. We are reading.
Because honestly, dude, if it is solvable and I'm just a dumbass, it's even better. I'm so stoked. I'll pay attention even more this next time. I will. I promise.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't know if that's not like a critique for me. It just felt a little like more like I was being guided along more than I was like able to participate. But regardless, I had a great time with this one, and the drown part in the end, I thought was going to be so much worse for Ron, and it ended up like Amamiya ended up being like turned on by it, and like into him.
I don't know if she was turned on by that part necessarily, but I think that she for sure likes this guy.
Yeah.
And I thought that was an interesting, but that could be how he's able to kind of get on these cases as she likes him. So he's like, yeah, go ahead and look at the body, or whatever.
Yeah. I do like how Ishiki was able to solve it basically just with the assistance. It wasn't
right. So he was saying like, oh, I'm not solving it. You're doing everything. Because I'm not, so we kind of just talked about the whole case. We didn't even say everything, but we find out that he's not allowed to do any more case solving at all. Right. Yeah. And if he does, then he will get killed.
Yeah.
By
pain of death.
This detective agency called Blue. That's the only part I think so far that I'm like, I don't know about this. Because we meet Blue at the very end. It's like the whatever the Marvel thing.
It's like
they're all weird and wacky, and I'm like,
it's like
who gives a fuck? Because it's like so and so is like, I'm the head of cadavers. I'm the head of this, and I'm the head of this, and you're like, who fucking cares, guys?
Yeah,
And
that if it ends up being like insane, like deduction contests, I don't know. Maybe that's cool, but if it doesn't play out with like murder mysteries and like
what are we gonna do? We're gonna fight each other? Like, what is?
I don't know where it's going. All I will say is that element was not appealing to either Joel or I. But maybe it's gonna be good.
Every episode, look, you can totally have something where it's like, hey, like I was told that these people were gonna kill me if I didn't do that, and then just have them be fucking regular detectives. Have Blue be like the most prestigious place in the world where everyone's like laced up, and they're like, hey, we're gonna, so and so, we heard there's a rumor and he's gonna do it. Cool, and they're just normal people that just go out. You don't need these fucking goofball characters that.
No, it's
like that are like psycho villains. Like we all know what you're setting them up to be.
They've got to be interesting, Joel.
Like I don't know, dude. I'm
gonna give it a chance. I'm just not excited for it.
Yeah,
but
and again, it seems like it will be more on the outskirts.
Like I'll probably watch that episode tonight.
Yeah, for
just
sure.
Just to see, because it ends with. So the cool thing is like the case being connected to like the case that all the detectives are like called to versus the case that the trash bin case that like Ishiki gets. Those being connected is very cool. That ends up with him, I think, getting a little more
promoted to something.
Yeah,
better.
he's more included at least, so that it works out in his favor. The thing we find out in the end is that we have a guy being sent to investigate Ron, essentially, from the Blue agency. And that's kind of like the part. But the whole detective part of like the crime stuff, I was super into that.
Super into it.
Yeah.
I love the story.
Yeah.
Honestly, I did love too how like two separate cases, I could kind of feel like they were going to be connected. But there's a part of me too that was like, well, maybe they'll just solve this one. He'll get credit for it because people are like, aha, this is BS case. You can't even solve it. And he solves. I was thinking like maybe he'll just solve all these little bullshit cases and then he'll get like big ones because of it.
Like
and this guy's going to help him.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the case. It was all connected. And I was like, I love this. And now we're probably going to get more real cases because of what he did. And so now like we just skipped all of that, which again, I'm okay with. I kind of just thought that's where it was going, so I didn't see them connected. But
stuff that's like case. I am into stuff being more like case closed.
Yeah, dude, I know. I love it. I love the episodic stuff. I love being able to like figure out the mystery. I feel like the anime characters are great. Everyone seems fun. Except for these fucking people we just met.
We'll see.
You know, I don't know. Again, could be super cool, but at this very second,
for some reason, they just remind me of all the people in Mashal.
Yes,
these like Mashal
exactly
characters.
What I was fucking thinking. I was like,
man, what a great anime Mashal was, dude.
It was good.
Wow,
also, what a great story. I finished it. It's all done.
It's great,
and it's
over.
So good.
150 chapters or so.
So good.
Go read it.
It was the perfect length too.
Yeah,
you didn't need to go any longer. Nothing else needed to happen. Perfect story from beginning to end.
Yeah, I'm so stoked.
For me, I don't know.
I'm so stoked for it to be animated.
Easy,
more animated. Sorry.
Oh, dude, it's gonna get animated.
Yeah.
Ron, would you rate it?
What's up?
What?
Yeah, Ron Kaminahashi's Forbidden Deductions. This episode, probably give it like a solid 9. Yeah, 9 feels good. 8.5. 8.5 feels better. 9. Okay.
I was seeing 9. how much you would change based off of what I was.
8.75.
We don't do
Happy
that.
medium. 8.75.
Okay. 8.69.
It's not the 4/4 system, man.
Oh, are we doing 4/4? I thought we were only doing halves. Yeah, I'll do. I'm not gonna lie, just 9, because I do think besides the bullshit of the end, it was a great episode. Yeah. It was a cool mystery, and it was like realistic. I'm like, yeah, this feels like a real crime that could totally happen. So I was like, I liked it, and I like the pros and consequences too, where it's like, hey, like she was literally acting out in self-defense because the stalker came after her and she hit him on the head with that and it killed him, which is kind of crazy that would kill him, but whatever. That's the only part I was like, but maybe it was super heavy and like sharp
heavy
or whatever.
As iron. That's what she said.
Oh, I guess that's true. Heavy as an iron. That is true. They did drop that. You're right. So I'll take back what I just said. And yeah, I don't know. I loved it. The reason why it gets an entire point off, because I would probably have given this a 10, but the reason it gets a point off, and maybe there's more, is just because of that weird last part. And then they're going to send the most normal looking guy after him. And again, I'm saying normal as in like not superhero or super villain, right? Like it doesn't, like people look differently all the time, whatever. I'm saying these people are meant to look like Jokers, right? Like or whatever.
They look like celestial dragons from One Piece. But
sure, yeah, I don't know who those are, but it's just people who
not
like
entirely,
they are supposed to be somebody and they're unique and evil or whatever, and you're like, okay, but why? So maybe they're not evil. I'm just saying because they're supposed to be good guys. I don't know.
We gave it our rating.
Fuck you.
Undead Unluck is our next anime.
I love Undead.
Undead
Sunday or Monday?
Undead Unluck. What's up?
Sunday or Saturday.
Oh, gotcha.
When it comes out.
Undead Unluck. This episode is number 2. Called
this is episode 2.
That's the weirdest way to say that. It's called The Union.
It's called The Union
or Union
Tribune. That's a funny joke if you live in, I think, San Diego.
Yeah. It was also not a funny joke, but you just...
It wasn't funny.
Okay. I love you.
Everyone knows we're a San Diego podcast, dude.
Yeah, definitely. Because
you gotta find us.
The
1 million people.
It's a cool city. You hate it, but it's a cool city.
It's bullshit. Anyway,
Undead Unluck. This episode's Union. It's called Union. And this episode starts off with Undead trying to bang Unluck.
Shocker. I was right.
And it was kind of aggressive, to be honest. But then she explains it away through a lie. So great. That's a great moral.
No, it's not a lie.
Yes, it's not a lie. I don't know.
It's not. She said, "Hey, it's
based on likability."
She says because she says my grandfather, I didn't really like him because he had dentures and he was weird, and I gave him a kiss and he broke his ankle or twisted it or whatever. And when I kissed my parents goodbye, they exploded along with 100+ civilians. So there is definitely a difference of it.
Yeah.
And they explain that. So she's not lying to him. She's just saying, hey, if
but
you
she
try
says
this,
she has to lie. That's what she says she has to do. But then she
well,
says
because
that.
it's one of those things where again, different culture, and I don't like it. I don't like what.
Oh, she is 18, by the way. It's confirmed
Right,
by
they
the end
do
of
say
this episode.
she's
Jesus,
18.
like, why not? Please not. Why couldn't you have done that earlier?
Also older. Just say she's like 21. I don't know, but whatever. She's 18, and I can't remember exactly what I was saying before, but you guys get it. You guys get me, right?
No,
you guys get me?
I mean, so it's a little forceful.
Oh,
but it
that's
is
what I was
explained
saying.
away,
It's just,
and he says, "Okay,
like
I guess I got to make you fall in love with me, and I'll make sure
Right,
you
which,
live
again,
until then."
That's cute, and that's
Yeah.
funny, and that's quirky, and that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
So now we're done with pretty much that.
Yes.
They had to get it out of the way. Because it is fair. I will say, like, if this is the whole way they're going, they're like, hey, this would be where you would probably get the death that you want.
Yeah.
But then I do like how they're like, oh, yeah, caveat, she has to, like, love you. And again, that is, to me, I am actually very excited to see what becomes of this. Because the more they fall in love, then he's going to want to live. I'm like really curious, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, there's an element where I'm very curious of what it'll be. But anyway, go ahead and keep telling these amazing people what happened.
Well, so
you probably watched it.
Yeah, hopefully you watched it. I accidentally pulled a nose hair, and it was just like, oh,
was
my
it crazy hurtful?
Some of those things with like your eye, like, you know,
water's up.
But next is like we're on a bike, and I like how Undead. What's his name? Andy? We call him Andy? Yeah. Andy, and what's her name? I can't remember her name. Why am I asking you that? Jeez, dude.
I'll just do that and we can find it.
Yeah. Fuko. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, I said is Fuko?
Andy and Fuko. Yeah. Like Andy drives a bike with like his feet while laying down, which is just the most like.
So also something where I'm like, he just doesn't. He's like, I'm not gonna die, so it doesn't matter. But I'm like, well, now you have someone with you that will die.
Yeah, he does get her all dressed up in like battle armor too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Like combat gear and military, and he's like, apparently he has these things all over the world, whatever that means. Like these weapon caches.
That is, I'll be honest. That is the kind of plot armor that I enjoy a little bit, where it's just like, hey, hey, audience, I got these things everywhere. So if you ever see me just get some like guns somewhere, it's because that's one of my spots. And I'm like, okay,
yeah,
fine. I don't give a shit.
I kind of admire its commitment to that, you know, because you can tell that's why they did that.
Yeah, he will for sure go and get more guns or whatever. I don't know.
Then we have a little bit of an explanation about negators, which I think is actually really helpful about understanding what it means. Like, everyone lives by these rules in this life, and negators are just someone that can push back against that rule,
right? Or
they can negate that rule for themselves and others. It's a loose explanation. It's not really the most.
I'm sure they'll dig deeper once we introduce more people.
It was very cool to get that kind of like, oh, cool, that's the power system here. And so Andy negates death, right? So he can't die. That's the rule he negates. And then two new negators show up that are basically from some secret organization. The union,
motherfucker.
And they're basically outside of the law, and they just do missions for.
No, this is the crew. Everyone knows who these people are. They were in the main trailer that this guy didn't watch. You didn't watch it, did you?
No, definitely not, dog.
Okay, so the union. We all know who the union is.
Yeah,
these are people from the union.
Yeah, and so this is two homies, and honestly, it seems like Andy is really losing this fight real quick. You know?
Yeah. Or mainly because the dude, I can't remember. We find out what it is, but what is his negator again?
They both negate movement based on body and based on will.
That's right, body and will.
Yeah. Or avoidance, like they negate avoiding.
That's what it is.
They negate avoiding. Yeah. So you can't run away or try to dodge. Like,
it's very interesting. Yeah. It's a cool one.
It's a good one. It's a really good. It's a really good thing to start off with for the audience because of how nebulous that concept is.
Right.
It honestly feels a lot like a shrift from Bleach.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just a simple thing that, like, that's the thing. You know, that's the rule.
That's it.
You know, what's the guy that has two tongues and Shitstoffel, or not Shitstoffel, up in the royal palace that makes stuff bend?
Yeah.
You know, it's cool. Right on, dude.
It is cool.
So that was rad. But the coolest part is that there is like an affection turn towards Andy, at one point.
Yeah.
Because he's willing to because okay, the whole join the organization aspect of this of I guess we don't need we can actually just live our life without being chased, and then just be like, okay, well, we'll just kill you guys and take your seats. That whole plot point is really good.
I love it.
It's so
I honestly forgot about
cool.
that because so where I've read,
and I hope
we do meet one more person, and it's gonna be for sure in the next episode, and then I will not know anything that's going on. But I did love, and I totally forgot that it was hey, all you have to do is kill us, and then you take our spots, or you get put in the running to take our spots.
I don't know.
I don't remember how it is. So love it. It's a very fun idea, honestly.
So and Andy being like, no, I'll take the hit. You can go, they do kill one of them, and Andy does it.
What do you think of that?
The blood
honestly,
the
fighting scenes were great.
They were amazing animation,
right?
to be honest.
And it kept through. I was, and then when he bites his finger off, I was like, "What the fuck is he gonna do with this?" And then when he just blasts him in the face, and it actually kills them, I was like, "Oh shit!" Also, I did think that the person he killed was who they're about to meet. And again, I know that's I'm trying not to spoil anything. So I was shocked.
Oh, really?
I was like, what the fuck? They die right now?
He did some really cool punches.
It's a different thing.
He did some really cool punches.
So cool.
But yeah, he gets this whole, I think that goes all the way through his head, basically, and kills him immediately.
Yeah.
The other guy is more mysterious, and I was trying to figure out how he's going to die, but him not being completely evil, it was kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, and he's like, hey, one of the other guys is gonna. He just throws someone he doesn't like under the bus because he's just like, hey, one of the other guys is just gonna be here unguarded if you want to go fuck him up. So bye, and he just leaves.
Cool, man.
He's like, I'll see you guys when you get here.
I was gleeful with the later half of this episode. Dude. It was so fun. I was like, this is great, dude. What is this? Weird start.
Love it.
Great finish.
Yeah.
But the start you had to get out of the way, right?
Yeah, we won't have any more real shit like that. I'm sure he'll make some more jokes, obviously. But
did love the the hair touching his chest,
Oh,
and then a big dose of Unluck is coming, and then the tanker flies off the edge.
Yeah,
hope there wasn't a dude in there, but he's super dead.
Yeah, that dude is super dead.
Yeah,
they will probably never talk about this.
No.
And if they do.
That's fine.
Maybe that would be cool.
I don't need it to. This show doesn't have to be that realistic.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that. Because it's not real.
But
it's all fake.
It ends with them, getting ready to go do that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So again, I'm super stoked.
Yeah. Good episode. Good episode.
I love it. I love this show.
Yeah.
This is a 10 for me.
This is a 9.5.
It's 10 for me for sure because I think. The fighting was great. The introduction of characters is cool. I feel like the way that they kind of lore dropped us this episode instead of the first episode was smart and I think done in a nice way.
Yeah.
It was a brief explanation, but then in the middle of fighting, it's dude, you don't have to run forever. Just you can, you just one of us. All the spots are taken. Sorry, and they're like, oh, well, if we kill you, we can just take spots. And they're like, yeah, that's how this whole game works. And I'm like, dude, that's awesome. Right away, you have two avenues. Either they keep not being able to get in and they're running away, or maybe they get in and they do stuff, or both. And you're just like, cool. So now you have avenues of lots of fun story that you can go with. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
I don't know shit about the story.
Yeah, neither do I.
So I don't
even know how far it is in the manga though. Isn't it pretty early on still?
Oh fuck yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think I'm only 10 chapters max, if not even 10. I feel less than 10.
Are there 50 though? Is it that far out?
Oh yeah, I think there's a lot.
Oh jeez.
I don't think a lot. I just think there's more than 50.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm just off
I'll check.
I'm off kilter. Cool. 9.5. You got a 10?
I got a 10.
All right. Well, we only have one show left, and it's a doubler.
It is a doubler.
Episode 2 and 3, but that's Shangri-La Frontier. All right. Episode 2 is called A Peculiar One. Episode 3.
What is the title?
Shangri-La Frontier.
No, what is the title of the...
A Peculiar One.
Yeah, okay,
Shut up.
let's tell
And episode 3 is called Black Wolf Night Slayer. We're kind of bleeding together.
Shut up.
But
Shut up.
Shut up. Shut up.
Oh,
shoot, I love you, dude.
Penis pump.
Last one, there's a penis pump. Yeah, so this is an interesting show. I like it a lot.
So this show, we're just gonna get the cats out of the bag. This show tricked us. It was a show.
I think it's not. I think it's still gonna trick us.
No, I don't think so. I think this was the trick, and this is something that's fascinating to me. So real quick, this show is a monster hunting show, and I was wondering where they were gonna kind of keep us, right? Like how are you gonna keep us if it's a video game world? Nothing's really real. Like, of course, for gamers, you put a lot of time and effort in character. If it dies, if it's like a permadeath, like the only game I can really think of is like Hunt Showdown. You like put a lot of time into character. If you get like fucked and die in some stupid way, it's gone. They're gone forever. So I understand like being like fuck. It's like a lot. So, but it's more so for you as a person, right? And I'm like, how are they going to keep us invested? And then now that they're kind of like, hey, this whole game is about hunting these super rare monsters, and because this character has put so much into luck, we get to experience as gamers something that we all want, which is the thrill of a hunt and unique scenarios. And I'm just like, dude, this is what we want as gamers, right? No?
I have theories that just completely go a different direction.
Really?
Yeah. I'm fairly certain this world's real.
You think this world's
real?
And I
think these animals are real, and I think this event's original and wholly unique to him because it's never happened before, because it's a real thing happening to him. I think that rat bastard out there at the end of the episode's a real rat bastard in a different world. That's what I think. And I think the wolf is the first real challenge.
Huh.
And they're
just being connected to a different world?
Yeah, every time. And then I think something's going to happen. It's going to lock him in. I hope not. But I think that's where we're going.
No. I honestly, dude, was that was our dinner bet, right?
No, I think our dinner bet was if she would know. I lost it, by the way. But it was if she would like know if he was Sunraku, or if she would be like the bird head would be a disguise and she would know it was him.
Got it. I did win that one. I knew for a fact.
Yeah, because right away I was like, man. Yeah. So no, you won the dinner bet. I lost that one.
I'll DoorDash right now.
If you want, I'll whatever. Yeah. So.
Yeah, dude.
That's what I think.
That's weird. I don't think so. So I was leaning into that because I was like, they're gonna for sure go like Sword Art Online, which again is kind of hard to do.
But he made comments about the AI, like it was really reactive.
I know. So I know you're right. So there are some things where it's like, is this really AI or whatever? And I do understand that because it's like this is what a god tier game is like. This is what a god tier game is like, and we don't know who these people are or anything. Yeah. I guess there has been a few random times where they show the computers of people.
I think but the blacksmith felt like a real person too.
Yeah.
I just we'll see. I'm sure like the next couple episodes there'll be more revealed. But that's my current theory. You can have a different one. They'll be fine. And I think there is a certain monster hunting aspect to it. I don't know how long that's going to remain.
No, I think it's going to remain the whole. I think that's what this show is about.
Is hunting monsters?
That is, I'm almost dying on a hill for the amount of work that they put into making 4 or 5 different clans to represent the different monsters that they're all like trying to kill. And like the random, like no one has been able to defeat one yet. It's one of those things where it's like it's just so rare. It's all this lore stuff. This one guy shows up, and then whatever this this new Yakuza boss or whatever, buddy,
this rat bastard.
It's so cool. I thought
it was rad.
It's
this thing is dope
very
looking.
cool design, by the way. I love it. But yeah, I don't know. I think that I could see it being real, but I do think that it will still center around hunting monsters, and because I do genuinely think that is what the whole thing is. Now, will that be like literally? How can you do every episode of that when like the big fights are like an episode or a handful of episodes or something like that? Right?
We'll see.
So I don't know.
Yeah, this show is genuinely surprising. That's it. I just don't.
Also, animation. What the fuck?
Yeah. Also, animation is really on point, dude.
It's very good.
Yeah. The whole critical hit aspect I like a lot. That is a Monster Hunter style critical hit.
Yeah.
Because you get, Yeah, you're always going for a critical spot like that in Monster Hunter. So that's a Monster Hunter rule there.
I don't know, dude. I do. So I
like the weapon crafting.
Want to do another dinner bet? But this will be at the end.
What's the dinner bet?
The dinner bet would be that this would be a solely monster hunting game. I don't think they're going to get sucked into a video game.
And then mine would be what? But if they are locked into
if they get locked in, if anything is different. So we'll say this. I am saying a majority, let's say 60% of this anime is all about monster hunting. So like that's the main goal. And they will have episodes where they meet different people. They're going to meet clans. Different clans are going to want to fight other clans or whatever. Like because he has been in contact with one and survived, which it sounds like people don't do.
Sure. I'll do this.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Okay. Yeah. We'll see how this goes.
Cool. And we'll do it at the end. That'll be the end of the season. So it's like we got a minute until it's done.
We got some time.
And at the end, we go, cool. And then whoever does will buy dinner for the when we say which anime.
We'll figure
was the
it
best.
out. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Shut up.
All right.
Sorry, kidding.
All right, everyone. Well,
no,
we love this episode.
We're not ending it yet. We barely talked about it.
I know. I want to talk about the wolf.
Oh, okay.
So the wolf shows
Night
up,
Slayer.
and he fucking kisses it.
It's kind of cool.
It is very cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty. And I like the here's the deal. I like it when his like will comes out and he's like, I'm not gonna lose. Like I'm so spurned on by this right now, you know? Like,
yeah.
Like you think he's giving up, but all of a sudden it turns into like passion. It's kind of like a Soggy.
This is exciting.
And Blue Lock in some ways. But
yeah.
But yeah, it's really cool.
I know. I just honestly, there's also a piece of me that just kind of felt understood as like a gamer to some degree too. I'm like, yeah, like this is cool. This would be cool. Like there is like this thrill of picking up like Elden Ring or whatever for like the first time, and you're able to explore this new world. And I do think it is something that a lot of people who don't like video games don't understand, where it's like, oh, go out in the world and just see it. Which is, again, it's true. You should do that. Like that. I mean, it's good for your mental health to see the real world and to, feel grass and all those things. But
feel grass and touch ass.
To feel grass and touch ass, baby. But like, no, why are you sorry? That is correct. But but like for reals, I do think that exploring worlds or even experiencing stories, like people are like, read a book, but it's like, dude, you could play through a story that's so good. And I don't know, like these things are so exciting, and they don't happen a lot. I do feel like we play a lot of really shitty games at times, not like just us. I'm just saying like we are excited about a game and it just disappoints. So it is really cool when you play something and it's like hitting on full level. And that's what I think is kind of fun about this game, is even if it's not like all about monster hunting, which I think is fun. And I'm very excited because I do think that's what it is. And I think that's very fun for us because you're a huge Monster Hunter guy. And I love the Monster Hunter world and things. I just don't put in the grind, right? I should more.
Hoo-ha.
You are the grindiest.
I got back into Rise this last week, so back into it, baby.
Back into it, baby.
I'm all hunting horn right now, though.
You what?
I'm all hunting horn right now. I'm all the musical instrument.
Yeah.
It's so mobile. You're just like, it's so mobile. You are just dashing around all the time with that and breakdancing with it.
That's pretty sick.
It's super tight. Anyways,
what happens next?
Shangri-La Frontiers broken into two parts. The second part really is the explanation of like,
well, yeah, sorry, we have two episodes.
It's fighting the python. It's the full fight, which he does win, but almost loses because of poison.
Right, he's running. I did love how
the adorable tutorial bit with the girl, and where she thinks she's a monster at first, and does it again to someone else too. But that's really cool.
Like just the comic relief, like that's like their trope the whole time.
But he goes there and he basically grinds to get new weapons and new levels up, and the episode ends with him getting some basic ass armor, and going out to fight at night where it's more dangerous.
He's like, oh, cool.
Yep. And he has a new weapon. He has that green sword. Right.
That is true. No, I think also the episode does end on the Great Beast, though.
Him fighting the Night Slayer?
No. It just ends up with him it being shown.
Oh, yeah.
And then it ends with the computer screen, because that's when we see the computers, and they go to like the other stuff, and then it says like unique monsters downloading, and then it started.
Right.
So see, that's the only thing I have against it being real is downloading or whatever. That's the only thing. So we'll see. But again, these things are tricky because really, what stakes are there if this is just a game and nothing happens?
I don't know.
So that's what I'm saying.
Is it
I
a
don't know
feel good
either.
adventure though? It could be a feel good adventure.
It could just
know?
be a feel.
And that's where I think like there's room for that. And if that's what this is, that's awesome.
Yeah, because you got to think too. It's all the other side plot of this is going to be
the romance.
The romance. Also, I think she is in a guild, and I think it is the guild. This is probably the other kind of bullshitty part, but her cape did have the wolf on it, so I'm assuming she has been looking for this. And once they actually meet, after he goes through whatever, if he even leaves this other world, I don't know.
He has the curse.
Huh?
He has the curse. She'll know. She has the wolf on her cape and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she'll know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got sidetracked.
No, you're good.
Because I just thought of what you said, where you're like, you think this bunny part is real. Maybe not the video game, but you're saying this bunny part is real because it's a unique scenario.
I don't know.
Or you think all of it?
It all feels weird. It all feels
it does all feel real. Like the AI.
Yeah.
The AI is like
is this
super.
One giant unique monster encounter? Like this doesn't feel like it's part of the unique monster downloads, but maybe it is. You know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It could be something rad. It might be something super sick. Whatever. Regardless, it's pretty. That's how that first episode ends. Second episode starts and basically is, Sunraku is going hard on this wolf, just trying for like a long time, but he can't do damage. And he does
he's like hitting what do you say? Like 200 something criticals.
Yeah, he's
not
dodging.
getting hit once.
Yep.
And then
incredible fight.
No damage done.
The wolf then takes it seriously and cuts off his legs.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Very cool. I thought it was really well done too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah. And I think he had 1 health left, not because of luck, but because the wolf was being generous. And I think that he's cursed because the wolf it's either real or it's got an amazing AI.
Yeah.
I think it's it's either a learned AI thing or it's real.
That could be something that I would be even more, and I would still buy lunch because I think that would differ. But if AI was that's really what this is all about. It's like it just self-learned, and then these people are kind of like fighting these real entities, and maybe they're taking something hostage. I don't know. They could do something like that.
It could go in a lot of ways, but I wouldn't call it a win on my part either. We just both lost at that point.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Go buy
your
own dinner, you know.
Yeah.
I'll buy my own dinner.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the curse is interesting. As said earlier, that does have some negative side effects, but
so you can't put on armor, it's funny because he wasn't gonna do anyway. Really.
Well, he was wearing armor.
Fuck him.
He was wearing armor.
Oh, you're right.
It can't be worn anymore. But anywhere the curse is on the body, you can't wear armor over it, and because of that, people might interact with you differently. And then you also are resistant to magic, I think.
Yeah.
So there was a positive part.
There was a positive.
But he was shirtless already, and now he has to be shirtless. So whatever.
Yeah.
It leads into an event that's for level 80. By the way, he's level 28 right now, so he's very much below level 80. But he ends up into a unique event for level 80 somehow.
Some little bunnies.
Which is the Vorpal Bunny World.
Which is very fucking cool and cute.
Super detailed also. Really, really cool. Yes.
Yeah.
And then
they spend time on it.
We meet Grandpa Rat Bastard and Uncle Bunny, who looks super dope. Super dope.
Super dope. I'm going to get him tattooed on me.
And I think there's like a you can help us maybe kind of request that he has for him. I'm not sure, but
help me. Yeah, he doesn't tell us the quest yet. We're about to learn.
It just ends there. So
you're gonna learn today.
I thought this was really fun. I thought it was really, really cool. I loved the I love the inner workings of a guy figuring out how to play an RPG. So
right.
It's
like
just
a good game. He's like, I played all these shitty games.
Yeah.
And now I get to play this god tier game and I just know what to do. And so he's just like crushing it. Yeah.
Barely gotten hit. Fun. So I'm digging it. Yep. It's good. It's really feel good, to be honest. Like it's not a very stressful game to watch or show to watch.
No, I think that's what's kind of fun too.
Yeah.
And it's like something that at this very second, it's something that both of us have enjoyed at one point.
Yep.
Like I can't wait for the Monster Hunter World 2 probably that will
Monster
be
Hunter
coming
Paradise.
up.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
Paradise is the potential name or the project name or something like that. There might be a different name for it, but that is I think it's going to be more in the vein of World than Rise.
Yeah.
And I hope
would make me want to play it more. So.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Personally.
I just want
that's where I came in, so I like it the best.
I just want a new Monster Hunter because like the very first few like months of Monster Hunter when everyone's still like getting into
actively
it.
playing and
And Capcom still dropping a lot of content after launch to keep it like, interest like garnered, and like then there's a new story boss, hopefully, or something like that. With the original one they and our world, it was they added a bunch more.
They
after
even did like something with The Witcher.
They got some with The Witcher. They got some with Final Fantasy. Like those are two very hard monsters. One's very
the Witcher
bad.
One was a piece of shit.
Yeah, one's really shitty and annoying. That's the Witcher one. No one wants to fight a Leshen. But fighting a behemoth is kind of fun.
Yeah, it is
pretty hard though.
Yeah.
Those first few months are so fun, dude. It's so good to like just level up with your friends, quest with each other, just jump in and play. And I really want another one. Real bad, especially because Sunbreak's kind of done with new content. So
I mean, it makes sense. They pumped out a lot.
2 years. 2 years is plenty. 2.5 years, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
It was over a year after launch.
They just Monster Worlds just released a statement, but it was all in Japanese, and I wasn't bothered.
Monster Hunter World.
Mm-hmm.
Capcom, you mean?
No, it was literally from the Monster Hunter World page on Steam. They just released it, and people were talking about it. But it was, again, in Japanese, so I don't know what they said.
Okay.
But I'm assuming it's like, hey, guys, we're going to be at blank whatever festival or whatever thing's next, and we're going to be dropping some hints on what's next or something.
Monster Hunter World still has their seasonal festivals that happen all the time.
Maybe it's that.
But there's no more event quests being added, and there's no more, obviously, new content being added to it. I think it kind of ended with the Fatalis stuff.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. Iceborne was pretty cool.
Yeah, you finished it?
I didn't finish it all the way to Fatalis, but I did finish it all the way to Safi'jiiva.
Safi'jiiva,
which was the grown-up version of Xeno'jiiva, the alien dragon in the end. So,
yeah.
So very, very good. I've always been mean to go back to Iceborne and finish that up. And you would think I would have with all the hours I've put into all the Monster Hunters, but World pisses me off in some ways.
Understandable.
And there's just parts of it and I've put like 300 hours in the World. Like I've beaten the game. I've beaten World twice. I've beaten Iceborne basically once. And then had to deal with the Guiding Lands bullshit. I absolutely hate the Guiding Lands so much. It is by far like the least favorite thing a Monster Hunter game's ever forced me to grind through. You remember the Guiding Lands?
No, I didn't get that far.
Okay. It's after you beat Shar Ishvalda.
In Iceborne?
I believe that ends with
Because in Iceborne, I played 25% of it and stopped playing.
Okay, so if you didn't even get to Velkhana, then okay.
Velkhana, I've kind of fell off, and then Rise
Iceborne gets really hard. Iceborne gets...
Well, I think too, that's also... I can't remember when Iceborne came out, but I think just other video games had my attention. Like, I know for sure, like, Modern Warfare 2 had my attention.
Yeah, I believe Iceborne was
or not Modern Warfare 2, but just, whatever the...
2018? 2019 for Iceborne.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's probably around, like, when the pandemic started-ish, maybe? And that's...
No, it was before that.
It was right before that?
Rise was about a year after the pandemic started, so...
Can't remember that.
No, Rise was 2021, sorry.
Yeah, I thought Rise was 2021.
Which was the year after the pandemic, yep. And then Sunbreak was last year.
Right. And then 2019 was Worlds, or Iceborne.
Iceborne, and then, because 2020 was the off year, yep. And then, yeah. And then that means World was dropped in 18.
Yeah, because I know, brother-in-law got me into World.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if you'd like this, but you should try it. And then I liked it.
It's still their best-selling game.
I mean, honestly, Worlds was the most fun I had. I think Worlds. Iceborne I didn't like as much, honestly.
Which is crazy. Everyone has the opposite opinion.
And which again is fine.
I think Iceborne...
It was my first one, and I was like, this is easy and kind of fun. And I was literally just sharpshooting. I would get in with random strangers, sit in the back and shoot the shit out of a dinosaur or, whatever it was. And then be like, cool, I did my job, and run and grab my pieces. That was all I did. And it was like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I was drinking heavily.
You were light bowgun, heavy bowgun? You did heavy, right?
Heavy for sure. Yeah.
Okay. I just did I did World, actually this year I did World with heavy bowgun. Did about 300 quests basically and just tried it out. Had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is my favorite.
I was crown hunting also. That is such a hard game to crown hunt on, but
no, see, I wouldn't do that.
That's me. I'm so for Rise, I'm missing like 4 crowns until I have 100% minus a couple of the added on monsters in the end. I'm so close to like that 100% on Monster Hunter Rise. Do you know how many hours I'm into that though?
Yeah, probably over 600.
700 hours. Oh. And I still haven't 100%ed it. And I guess I could focus just on crown hunting and just do restarts So go into a hunt, measure, restart, go into a hunt, measure, restart. But that sounds so mind-numbingly boring. I couldn't do that.
Well, you don't really want to finish the game.
No, I'm enjoying it. And once I hit the 100%, it'll be hard to go back.
Yeah, and
You
I
know?
bet.
It'd be like, do I do it again?
That's like where my wife was like, oh, I don't think she's ever still officially beat the first Zelda
Breath of the Wild. Yeah.
because she's like, if I fight him, I won't want to play this game anymore. And if I beat this story, like I'm kind of done. And I was like, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
So.
Back to Shangri-La Frontier. My bad.
Fuck.
I would pop this at a solid 9.5.
I would also 9.5. It just again,
no, I have a critique. The music is just not there for me yet.
Oh.
The music is very painfully bland. I think the intro is amazing, by the way.
Intro is great.
Yeah, but the actual music during the world,
all the intros are actually really good.
Yeah, the actual music of the soundtrack of this world is just not doing it for me at all.
Yeah,
it is screamed generic.
I will be honest, I haven't been listening that much, which probably means it's not that good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not like
I went back to like parts of this episode to figure out what's the soundtrack, and it wasn't a definable.
Ew.
Oh, it's like oh, Shield Hero, oh, whatever, ReZero, not ReZero. ReZero is an amazing soundtrack, but like it just felt like a generic fantasy soundtrack. So,
have you seen Shield Hero season 3 anime?
I haven't finished season 2
yet. Like the animation looks so crazy.
I
haven't either.
Apparently, it's the best season.
And so I'm just like, well, now I need to watch this goddamn show. I
liked the first season.
I watched like 8 episodes of the first season, and then something came up. I just want to start from the beginning. I just need to start from the beginning. Go for it.
It has its tropes, but I enjoyed the first season. The first season had some cool animation moments too, though.
Yeah.
Like really, really cool animation moments. So.
Yeah.
Anime of the week.
Fuck.
JJK.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's JJK for me. I tried so hard to think of like, hey, is anything else really worthy? But my boy Nanami, dude.
Yeah, it's true. That episode was just so good.
It's
and
special.
So the performance was so great. The music was so great. The animation was
clutch.
I mean, it's perfect.
Nanami's face as he bends down to like say, again, dude. Like where tell me the location, the number of your allies, and like its face is so like, almost demonic looking. You know?
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah, it's absolutely JJK for me.
JJK for me.
That's going to be it for Thunder Goose Podcast, though. Joel and I are raring to go play Baldur's Gate 3 together, so we are going to run out of here and go do that on Twitch, which is a great advertisement for us to tell you to go watch us on Twitch every Tuesday. We're going to get on between 7:30 and 8:30, and then we're going to Baldur's Gate for 2 hours minimum, hopefully closer to 3, but just as time persists. So every Tuesday at Twitch, we'll be there. In the meantime, like us, follow us, rate us, to subscribe to us, all that stuff with Spotify, Instagram, Apple Music, whatever your listening device is or app of your choice. Hang out with us in there. So, anything else you got? No?
I'm sorry.
Feel bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Fuck you.